Preston. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol insurrection, hearing more testimony from those in former President Trump's inner circle.
This morning, new video released by the House Select Committee investigating the deadly Capitol attack shows what the committee says was former President Donald Trump's reluctance to condemn his supporters in a speech 24 hours after they breached the Capitol.
Do you recognize the handwriting?
It looks like my father's handwriting.
The committee showing the original draft of Trump's pre-recorded message on January 7th. Lines that would have directed the Department of Justice to prosecute rioters appearing crossed out.
That's ABC's Jay O'Brien in Washington. President Biden addressing a group of black law enforcement officers virtually, saying of those who tried to protect the Capitol January 6th.
The police were heroes that day. Donald Trump lacked the courage to act. The brave women and men in blue all across this nation should never forget that.
The Federal Reserve Board wraps up its two-day meeting tomorrow. When it's over, interest rates will have gone higher. The jump this time expected to be another 0.75%. Gas prices do continue to drop. New national average $4.33 a gallon nationwide. Firefighters kept busy in both California and Texas this week.
Small grass fire outside Dallas quickly spread Monday, destroying at least 9 homes and damaging more than 15. The temperature in the area was 104 at the time. In California, more than 2,500 firefighters are battling the Oak Fire, the state's largest wildfire of the year, burning more than 17,000 acres so far.
ABC's Mona Kosar-Abdi. WNBA star Brittany Griner appearing in a Russian courtroom again today.
Do you want to say something to Sharon?
She was asked by ABC if she had anything to say to her wife, Sherelle. Griner said good luck on the bar exam. She'll have another appearance tomorrow. You're listening to ABC News.
Was your business hurt in the years of the pandemic? Have you had a decline in revenue since 2019? Was your business partly or fully shut down by the government? If you answered yes to any of these questions and have 5 employees or more, you may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee. How? By taking advantage of the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a fully funded tax credit created to help businesses during these difficult times. The experts at Benchmark Human Capital are ready to help you get the money you are owed. The pre-qualification is absolutely free. Even if you got PPP money, this is more money that may be owed to you. Repayment is not necessary. The money is all yours. The IRS writes you a check. That's right, a check. Get your free pre-qualification now if you have 5 employees or more. Call 800-535-ERTC. Take advantage of this tax credit while funds remain available. Call Benchmark Human Capital today at 800-535-ERTC and claim what is rightfully yours. That's 800-535-ERTC, 800-535-3782.
Pope Francis set to lead a mass today in Edmonton, Canada, after offering his apology for schools that took tens of thousands of Indigenous children away from their families. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore.
Pope Francis in the first full day of his penance tour in Canada, beginning at the Maskwacis Area Cemetery, the site of hundreds of Indigenous graves in Alberta. Pope Francis clasping his hands in silent prayer. Moments later, the Pope apologizing in a powwow circle on Aboriginal land, reckoning with the unspeakable harm done to Canada's Indigenous children by the Catholic Church for over a century.
By some estimates, thousands of children died at schools run by the Catholic Church. Hundreds of millions of dollars headed to public transit systems across the country.
The president giving public bus and train operations more than $250 million to make transportation easier to use for people with disabilities. The money's part of last year's bipartisan infrastructure law. It will help public transit retrofit rail and subway stations for wheelchairs. The government estimates there are nearly 1,000 stations in the country that don't have elevators and ramps required by the American Disabilities Act that was passed more than 30 years ago.
ABC's Andy Field in Washington. Enough money for all your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Tonight's Mega Million jackpot growing to $810 million. It is the 3rd biggest prize in Mega Millions history. This is ABC News.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile device, desktop, laptop, or desk phone. And because every call is important to your business, Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom, how the world connects.
Sherry Preston, ABC News.
It's the time of year to come to NC Tractor for the selection of Massey Ferguson tractors and Bobcat zero-turn mowers. NC Tractor gives fantastic customer service, the best discounts possible, and it's a locally owned business. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue is helping to make outdoor work more enjoyable. Shouldn't you have something that you can be proud of for a long time? Massey Ferguson and Bobcat zero-turn mowers. Come look them over. 299 Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton. That phone number is 288-0395.
We're tracking temperatures to be on the hot side again this afternoon. We're heading into the mid-80s and the lower 90s, so it feels like temperatures in the triple digits. With a stationary boundary to the north of us, a few scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible for this afternoon and evening. Some could be strong to severe, and because some of them could be slow movers, we have the potential of seeing gusty wind speeds and pockets of heavy rainfall that could lead to flash flooding. Otherwise, overnight, we'll see drier conditions. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Thank you very much, Peter Sherwood. Good morning, everybody. 6 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's a terrific Tuesday morning. It's the 26th day of July, and we're glad you're joining us for the morning wake-up call. It looks like we have about 70 degrees on our thermometer, according to Peter, the meter reader, getting up with our heat index around 96 today, and more possibility of thunderstorms developing this afternoon and tomorrow. But by Thursday, it's going away. No, right now at least, no storm in the forecast for Thursday, but coming back again on Friday, and looks like Saturday may have a few of those showers as well, Saturday and again on Sunday. So we may have one day that we don't have to wonder if it's going to storm after a while, but right now it looks like today is not one of those days, but we will get some thunderstorms later on, maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, somewhere along there. We'll keep you posted, though. Meanwhile, stay cool and enjoy the weather as best you can, because it is summertime, and wintertime will be here before you know it. Somebody was texting me the other day saying it's just about a month, 6 months away from Christmas Eve or something like that. Is it that close? My. Well, we'll see in the stores. They'll be putting up their Christmas decorations here any time now. Because there's so many death announcements, we are going to delay the reading of those until after the Bill O'Reilly morning update this morning. We'll get into all of those with the death announcements following the O'Reilly update this morning. Meanwhile, let me remind you, though, that if you'll stop by Foothills Family Hardware Store Saturday, July 30th, 1 to 4, we're going to be there broadcasting live and sharing with you some of the great celebration activities for Foothills Family Hardware. It's their first year anniversary, first year celebration, and they're really going to pull out all the stops for you. There'll be some free pizzas, compliments of Domino's. There'll be a lot of cold drinks, all-day giveaways, a prize wheel, and super savings throughout the store all day long. You really need to see this store. It's quite a store and quite an advantage that we have it right here in downtown Forest City. Something for everyone. That's Saturday, July 30th, 1 to 4. We'll see you at the remote, hopefully. Just make your plans to pull in there, stop by, come on up to the hardware store and say hello to us, and then visit the store. A couple of other reminders. Forest City Police are asking for the community's assistance in identifying a suspect who made fraudulent purchases at Walmart on July 18th. The suspect is between 5 feet 9 inches, 6 feet 1 inch tall, somewhere in that category. White male with a beard, navy blue hat with Pikachu and a Pokeball on it, a dark navy shirt, black athletic shorts, and a black-gray tennis shoes. The suspect has tattoos on both arms and legs with a distinguishable star on his left and right hand. If you recognize this description, think you might know who this is, please contact Officer Norris at Forest City Police Department at 245-5555. Suspect is wanted for fraudulent purchases. So help them locate him and get him off the street. Meanwhile, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division is still asking for assistance in locating a 2019 Kawasaki KX250F motorcycle that was stolen from Cathy's Creek MX Park on Whiteside Road on July 16th. If you have any information, please contact the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office at 828-286-2911 or submit a tip to our CSO app, and they will help find that guy and our gal, put them off the streets as well. Well, the Braves had a bad night last night against the Phillies. They beat the Phillies beat the Braves 6-4. They'll be playing again this evening. We'll have all that action for you right here. Here's Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly here, and I'm warming up. Stand by for the O'Reilly Update Morning Edition. But first, many timeshare owners are very upset because their yearly dues have nearly doubled. Well, Lone Star will guarantee the release of all liability to your timeshare in writing and in a specific time frame. With their A-plus rating at the Better Business Bureau, clients know that Lone Star Transfer is a company you can trust. For a free consultation, please go to LoneStarTransfer.com or call 855-551-7066. On this Tuesday, not many are paying attention, but reporting on the January 6th committee is as dishonest as the Russian collusion fiasco and the blatantly unfair Judge Kavanaugh witch hunt. The committee's star witness, as you know, White House Assistant Cassidy Hutchinson, testified under oath that President Trump lost control of himself after the Capitol riot began. Stunning charge. The problem is Cassidy's testimony is 100% hearsay. Nothing backs it up. Now, the committee could have illuminated Ms. Hutchinson's allegations by issuing subpoenas to the Secret Service agents involved. The committee did not do that and did not explain why not. But I can tell you why the Secret Service wasn't called. The agents would have contradicted Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony. That's why. And the committee didn't need to do the right or fair thing because the press has already convicted Mr. Trump on everything involving January 6th. So why should the committee bother with facts or try to seek the truth? It's in business to damage Trump. This is called corruption. Every American, including those who despise Donald Trump, should understand the dishonesty and be appalled by it. This country is in trouble. Honesty is on the run. Back after this. I'm excited to tell you about our new entertainment partner, Vidgo. V as in Victor, I-D-G-O. Vidgo gives you the freedom to be entertained at a price you can afford. Vidgo has all my favorite live sports networks and a great choice of news programming. All of that starting at just $59 a month. You do deserve the freedom to be entertained at a price you and your family can afford. So please go to vidgo.com/bill. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
WCAB, the music's on us.
It's 7:13. These are the death announcements we have in house this morning. James Jersey Minerick, age 43, of Rutherfordton, died Monday, July 18th at Spartanburg Regional Medical Center. There will be no local services, and Mike Mahan's funeral home and cremation services serving the family of James Jersey Minerick. Ruth Clicken Sane, age 80, of Rutherfordton, died Friday, July 22nd at Hospice House of the Carolina Foothills. A private celebration of life service will be held at a later date, and Mike Mahan's funeral home and cremation service is in charge of those arrangements for Ruth Clicken Sane. Eric Wells, there will be a celebration of life service to honor Eric this fall. Other details will be posted later. Right now, there are no specifics. Mike Mahan's funeral home is serving the family of Eric Wells. Paula Marie Cargill, 78, of Henrietta, died July 18th in Greenville, South Carolina. A service of remembrance will be held Saturday, July 30th at 2 o'clock in the Fellowship Hall of First Baptist Church, Cleveland Street, Greenville, South Carolina. The Pageant of King Mortuary and Crematory is in charge of the arrangements for Paula Marie Cargill. Ann M. Moore, age 76, of Lincolnton, passed away Saturday, July 23rd at her residence. The funeral service will be conducted at 10 o'clock Saturday, July 30th at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Burial will follow in Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to service time at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services entrusted with those arrangements for Ann M. Moore. Carolyn Joy Baker Barbie of Spindale passed away at the age of 78 years old on July 18th. A celebration of Joy's life will be held on Friday, July 29th at 10 o'clock at the Forest City Ward of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on Mount Pleasant Church Road, Forest City. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is assisting the family of Carolyn Joy Baker Barbie of Spindale. Sarah Vicky Bright, age 61, of Sandy Mush, died Saturday, July 23rd at Hospice of the Carolina Foothills. The funeral service will be conducted at 3 o'clock Wednesday, July 27th at the Element Church. Burial will follow at Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. Family will receive friends from 6 until 8 tonight at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services entrusted with those arrangements for Sarah Vicky Bright. Bob Bush, 90, of Dogwood Valley Road, Forest City, died Wednesday, July 20th at his residence. A celebration of Bobby's life will be held at 5 o'clock today at Caroline Baptist Church. Visitation will follow in the Church Fellowship Hall. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service, serving the family of Bob Bush. Mercy. Wanda K. Petty, 70, of Bostic, died Monday, July 25th at Fairhaven Home, Bostic. Arrangements are incomplete at this time and will be announced by Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service for Wanda K. Petty. Kathy Biggerstaff Tony, age 76, of Bostic, died Monday, July 25th at Hospice House in Forest City. Those arrangements are incomplete and will be announced this afternoon by the Pageant at King Mortuary for Kathy Biggerstaff Tony. Joanne Lattimore Thompson, age 81, of Rutherfordton, died Friday, July 22nd. The family will receive friends from 6 until 8. They received friends last night, 6 until 8, and the funeral service will be at Rock Springs Baptist Church at 11 o'clock today. And McMahon's Funeral Home and Cremation Services in charge of the arrangements for Joanne Lattimore Thompson. Kim Harden Waters, age 58, of Rutherfordton, passed away Thursday, July 21st. There will be a gathering of friends and family today from 3 until 4 at Mike Mann's Funeral Home. Following the visitation, friends and family will share memories from 4 until 4:30. Mike Mann's Funeral Home, serving the family of Kim Harden Waters. W.W. Bud Williamson, Jr., passed away July 23rd. There will be a celebration of life at a later date. And Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Services in charge of the arrangements for W.W. Bud Williamson, Jr. Those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. For the complete information on these and others, as they become available to us, be sure to tune in this morning at 11:35, and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon report here on WCAB in Rutherford. And most information for the Foothills.
On a number of occasions, I've said that two men facing each other at a prearranged time, with the good guy allowing the bad guy to draw first, was the imagination of Hollywood. But today's story is the one documented incident during the Old West that two men had a Hollywood shootout. It was 1865. Wild Bill Hickok was in Springfield, Missouri, trying to earn a living at gambling. Also in Springfield was Dave Tutt. Hickok and Tutt had encountered each other before, and encountered is a good word to describe their relationship because, more often than not, it ended up in a fist fight. There seems to be a number of factors that brought this fatal confrontation to a head. Hickok had lost money to Tutt, and Tutt was giving him a hard time about it. And Hickok was not only seeing Tutt's sister, he was known to spend some time with Tutt's girlfriend. On the evening of July 20, Hickok and Tutt were playing cards at the Lion House when they had their final argument. In the spirit of the European code of the duel, they agreed to meet 6 o'clock the evening of July the 21st and shoot it out. With a crowd of onlookers lining the street, Hickok and Tutt stood on either side of the town square and then started walking toward each other. At 75 yards, Tutt took a shot that went wild. Holding his pistol with both hands, Hickok shot Tut in the chest, and in Hollywood style, Tut fell dead. Incidentally, 11 years later, Wild Bill Hickok was killed in the more typical manner of Old West shootouts. He was shot from ambush in the back of the head. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
When your taste buds are screaming for delicious, head over to Jesse James Railroad Express. Enjoy fresh-cooked burgers, garden salads, hot dogs any way you like, French fries. Enjoy a refreshing milkshake or a hand-dipped ice cream cone. They're open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 4, closed Wednesday and Sunday. That's Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue in Ruth. Call ahead, 828-447-4644. And Mondays only, hot dogs with mustard, chili, and onions, only $1.24 each. All aboard the Jesse James Railroad Express.
It's 7:21, and we're reading 70 degrees on our thermometer. It's time to go to the phones and find out what's been happening around our neighborhood. We're on the phone with you right now, Sergeant Brandel. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. You ran a little bit behind this morning, ain't you?
Had a lot of death announcements this morning.
I understand. I hate to hear that.
Yeah, we had a lot of people, I don't know, it's just a bunch of them. And I only do the headlines. When they do the full obituary, it really runs long, and they'll have those this morning at 11:35.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what's been going on.
Past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has answered 152 calls, processed 10 arrests, and currently have 190 incarcerated. Under our arrest reports, we have a Justin Dale Jackson, 30-year-old white male of Cherokee, North Carolina, was charged with damaged property, was given a $1,000 secure bond. We have an Amber Self, 33-year-old white female of Boston, charged with failure to appear, given a $500 unsecured bond. We have a Sherry Lynn Allen, 53-year-old white female of Morrisboro, charged with one count of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $1,000 secure bond. A Michael Herring, 44-year-old white male in Boston, charged with 3 counts of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $500 secure bond. Justin Garrett, 25-year-old white male, Far City, charged with 1 count of assault with a deadly weapon, given a written promise to appear. And we have a Philip Bowling, 35-year-old white male, Morrisboro, charged with 6 counts of failure to appear, given a $27,000 secured bond. Under our incidents, we have a damaged property reported from Calton Road in Boston. That's going to be where Mr. Justin Jackson was arrested in that incident. And we have a identity theft reported from McDade Road in Far City. It looks like someone's attempted to open up some credit card in the victim's name in that incident, and that's all we have.
All right, Sergeant Brundle, thank you very much. I appreciate you being with us this morning, and you be safe out there.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you.
See you now.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
There's always a lot of calls going to 911. Let's find out what they are from Amanda this morning. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning.
What's on that call list today?
Well, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications Center has processed 453 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 82 for the emergency medical services, 152 for the Sheriff's Office, 80 for Forest City, 8 for Lake Lure, 47 for Rutherford, and 62 for Spindale. Green Hill Fire Department had a motor vehicle crash. Lake Lure had a residential fire alarm, and Rutherford had a residential fire alarm, and that's all.
Thanks so much. You have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
Ruby Taylor has a report for us from the Danieltown community, the SDO Fire District. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's on the report today, Ruby?
Well, they didn't have any calls. If it did, I didn't hear about it. And on my birthday calendar today, I've got Ray Godfrey having a birthday, James Rodney having a birthday, and my daughter Becky Taylor is having a birthday today. And hope all these people have a nice day. Signs are in the breast today and going to the bowels tomorrow. And that's all I got.
Thanks, Ruby. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
To win in sports, you must adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Why not let Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, help you create a game plan for financial success? Call 828-287-9197 and get started today. That's Andrew Tisdale at Edward Jones Financial Advisor, 828-287-9197.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
Well, let's check, see if Bostic's still alive and well, and DeVern Upton is there to tell us whether that's true or not. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. How are you doing?
We're alive.
Good, good. Alive and well.
Doing good. Our temperature is 72 degrees over here this morning. The fire department responded to an automobile accident. Don't forget to stop in at Washburn Store and check their ice cream out. They got some new ice cream. The Bee Supply Store on Depot Street. If you need bee supplies, check their items out. Don't forget to take your kids out to the Boston Park. Let them enjoy that today. And hope everyone has a wonderful day.
You have a good one as well, and I will check back in with you first thing tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Thanks, DeVern. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Bostic reporting in, and we'll get over to the Hudlow Fire District in just a moment. Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City. Braves are again up tonight against the Phillies. They lost to them last night, 6-4, but they'll be playing a night game again this evening with them. And then tomorrow afternoon, it's an afternoon game, daylight game. We'll see how that works out for the Braves and the Phillies tonight and tomorrow. Now here's Bob Hodge reporting from the Hudlow Fire District. Good morning, Bob.
Well, good morning there. You're looking good this morning.
Well, thank you. I'm feeling good today. How about you?
Oh, yeah, doing just fine this morning.
Good. Good. You're looking good too, Bob.
Well, thank you. I need somebody to say that.
I'm Gene's taking good care of you, it looks like.
That's right. Well, Jim, things are going along pretty good up here this morning. We had a little shower of rain late yesterday afternoon and cooled things off a lot. And it's sort of nice out here this morning, but it's going to warm up after a while, and that sun comes up, I guess. And with the fire department, we had one medical call overnight, and that's about it with the fire department. And so far, everything's going good up here, and that's about it, Jim. And I hope you have a good day now over there.
Thanks, Bob. I will work on that, and you too. And you and I will have a good one, and stay cool. And I will see you tomorrow.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Bob. Bob Hodge reporting for us from the Hudlow Fire District. It's 7:30 right now, and we're going to our next phone call right after we do this.
Here's a question for you. Are you uninsured or have a high deductible plan? Brock Family Care may be the right fit for you and your family. Brock Family Care offers a membership plan of $75 a month, and that includes unlimited visits, 2 sets of complete labs per year, 1 annual physical exam including an EKG, even house calls as appropriate. This seems to be the answer to put an end to complications with medical care and insurance plans. To learn more, call or visit the website at www.brockfamilycare.com. That phone number is 828-382-7282.
Now here's Sue Price reporting from the Cherry Mountain Fire District on this Tuesday morning. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning, Jim.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Hope you are.
I am indeed.
Good. Looks like we're going to have another warm day, but that's okay. And these thunder showers are coming through and giving us a little bit of rain now and then. So we'll take what comes, I guess. Maybe we'll have some rain today. Let's see. I didn't have any calls from the fire department, so I reckon they've been quiet. Got no birthdays or anniversaries on my church calendar or my personal calendar. Fairview doesn't have anything on theirs. Let's see. First Sprout's got an anniversary for Stan and Sharon Brackett, so hope they'll have a good day. And we hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day and enjoy it. And in my announcements, the Fairview Baptist Church will be having a singing July 31st at 6:30 p.m. It's Joshua Ray Hudson, a Southern contemporary gospel singer, and everyone is welcome. Refreshments will be served after the singing. So, good singing coming up there at Fairview, and we're glad to have these going on again around at the churches. And so far, Jim, that's all I've got to report. It's just quiet and calm over here, looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one.
Thanks very much, Sue. You have a good one as well, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, over to the Drop-In store in Boston, Drop-In Family Mart there in Boston, you'll find a really great store, a large store. They got a meat marketing place back at the back there. You can get your meats cut the way you want to, steaks, and they got the hamburger meat and pork chops and all those things that you like to cook on the grill. They've got plenty of that back there. Roast, my favorite, my filet mignon. And they have a great produce department with grapes, apples, good price on everything. You know, prices are going up just about everywhere, but they're keeping the prices as low as they possibly can there. And in the deli, you'll find Major Lee's chicken, potato wedges, pizza, beef dogs, and breakfast pizzas available this morning. If you're cooking out this weekend, going camping, get your propane filled up there. It's a great place, great family store right there on Main Road from Bostic to Sunshine. There in Bostic, right across from the post office, you'll find the Drop-In Family Mart. Drop-In Family Mart there in Bostic. Bostic Sunshine Highway right across from the post office. All right, let's check in up at the Shingle Hollow Fire District. Tina Watt, how you doing this morning?
Doing okay this morning, Jim. How about yourself?
Doing great.
Doing great on this terrific Tuesday. Well, up in Shingle Hollow this morning, it was 71 degrees. Kind of overcast skies. Still going to be a good day, though. Fire department was all quiet the past 24 hours. And there's no birthdays, no anniversaries, nothing on the church calendars. Of course, White House Community Clubhouse is having their back-to-school bash this Saturday, and they want everyone to come out for that. The first 40 kids get free school supplies. There are vendors. Get my paper so I can read it. There is fun for the whole family, food and inflatable vendors and raffles. The raffle tickets are $1 each, or 6 for $5. The first prize is a gas griddle. The second prize is a stainless porch swing, and the third prize is a $50 gift card. I also heard through the grapevine that there's going to be homemade ice cream. So come on out Saturday, July 30th to the White House Community Clubhouse from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I believe it's going to be fun.
Sounds like fun. I wish I was a kid again.
Sometimes I wish the same thing. If I could be a kid and know what I know now. Right? Well, did Luke tell you he had a great week?
He said he had a wonderful week out there. He really enjoys that camp.
Yeah. This is the last week of camp at South Mountain Christian Camp for the kids.
Yeah.
So I hope they have a great week.
You're helping out there again this week?
I am going to do breakfast medications this week. There's another volunteer that's helping. I thank God for that. I know if you're a nurse or a medication administrator, I don't even know what the title is nowadays, but if you have a job giving out medications and you want to volunteer at South Mountain Christian Camp, there's probably a place for you. Just call, we'll set it up, do background checks, and next year would be a great asset. The more it's a blessing to be able to volunteer and do that. And
see the excitement on all those kids' faces every morning must be fun.
It is. It's so much fun. All right. Well, that's all I've got today. I hope to talk to you tomorrow morning.
You behave yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Turn up the savings, turn up the value, and turn up the fun with Bark Mobile's Turn Up the Switch event. Turn up the style with a new Samsung Galaxy A32, free when you make the switch. Or bring your own device and save $100. Plus talk, text, and stream like you want with unlimited data for just $35 a line per month with 2 lines. All on our new 5G network. Mobile made easy just got even easier. Snag the savings at Bark Mobile's Turn Up the Switch event today. Bark Mobile. Mobile made easy. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details or visit mybarkmobile.com/terms and conditions.
All right, let's head up toward Union Mills. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood up through there. Climb up the little mountain up there to Union Mills where the sun's peeking through the trees, and we find Brenda Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this terrific Tuesday morning?
I feel terrific. How about you?
I'm feeling mighty fine. Went to the doctor yesterday and everything checked out all right.
Wonderful.
So that's good. I don't know why he wants me to come back in 3 months. I don't know why.
Well, you know, they
got to have that money.
They do that, yeah.
But anyway, we hope everybody's having a good day. I've got 68 degrees on the front porch. I don't have any birthdays or any anniversaries. I did, when I was going down the driveway yesterday, when I went around the house, I looked off to the right if you're going down the driveway. And I had some trees down from that storm Saturday night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, blowed them up by the roots.
Oh, my.
Oak trees.
Yeah, that's you can tell when the wind's strong when they pull them up by the roots like that.
That's right. So I said, my goodness, the good Lord bless me with being asleep. I'm glad I wasn't awake at that. Well, let's see. Vacation Bible School at Far City Church of the Nazarene, August the 5th through the 7th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then August the 5th at the Union Mills Learning Center at 6 p.m., they're going to have a hot dog meal, and the cost is $6. At 7 p.m., they'll have the Jordan River Band from South Carolina. There's no admission, but you do have a tip jar available for the band. And so far, that's all I got going on. So we just hope everybody has a good day today.
It's good the tree didn't block your driveway.
That's right. Well, if it had, I'd have got little man out there with the chainsaw.
Yeah.
There was one down on the driveway. It had broke, and it was just barely hanging there, but by the skin of its teeth. And one of the neighbors had a tractor come and pulled it down and throwed it off to the side so it wouldn't fall and hurt anybody.
Good to have good neighbors, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. So I appreciate it, but that was a rough storm.
Yeah. We've had some dillies.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, all over the county, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I hope you have a wonderful day up there.
You have a good one. You go check on Luther, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'll see you then. So
Okay.
long. Bye-bye.
Talk to you later.
And we will check in with Ellenberg in just a moment.
Jim, have you seen Henson Building Materials' newly remodeled showroom? It's gorgeous.
You mean where they have a full line of hardware and building materials for homeowners and home builders?
I mean where Jamie, Terry, and Tony, their friendly staff, treat me like family. Oh, they're so nice.
Hey, are they taking COVID precautions and have curbside service?
Of course. They're so thoughtful.
I do need some materials, but I don't think they'll fit in our car.
Oh, silly. They have professional delivery so we can get whatever I want.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street in Forest City.
Building starts here.
Hello, Ellenborough. Here we come. How are you doing, sir?
We're doing great down here on the eastern end of the county.
Good. You got everything under control?
Everything is going good. We got it under control. It's working right this morning.
All right.
Fire department, they had 3 medical calls yesterday. They have nothing going on this morning, so everything's quiet with them. People just getting their gas and they're heading on night to work. So, nothing else going on down here, Jim. You have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Keep us posted, and I'll see you then.
Now, take care now.
Bye. That's the Gilligan Report out of Ellenborough this morning, and that surrounds the county. And if you were having a birthday or anniversary, we'd love to hear from you on this 26th day of July. July the 26th, birthdays and anniversaries can be called in to us now. We've cleared the phone lines, 287-3356, 287-3356. And tell Todd you're having a birthday, and we'll get it down and give you a big shout-out on the radio. Birthdays and anniversaries coming up.
Thinking about the departure of a loved one through death is a subject we don't like to talk about. However, pre-planning or prepaying for a funeral is a consideration and responsible thing to do. With so many options available today, it's important to speak with someone you can trust and someone who can help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved ones. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is recognized as one of the best family-run funeral homes. It's a family tradition, and they know how to care for your family. Any questions you might have, they will be happy to answer. Call Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services at 286-2304.
Birthday listening brought to you by Granny B's this morning, where they're serving breakfast already this morning. They start early, about 7, with breakfast the way you like it, and plenty of good, hot, fresh coffee. Why don't you make your start at Granny B's for breakfast? Make your day feel a whole lot better with a good breakfast. You can choose what you like, even toast or maybe pancakes, an omelet. Maybe enjoy a delicious daylight donut from Granny B's. Either way, you're going to find yourself enjoying the hospitality of the friends you'll see there at Granny B's in Spindale. Go see them for breakfast or for lunch or just a mid-morning snack. You'll find Granny B's welcoming you. Now it's 7:43 and time to hit the theme song, Todd.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday wishes going out to Donna Haynes, 59. Want to wish Donna a happy birthday. Also, 1921, Jean Shepard wrote A Christmas Story. She was born 1921. 1926, James Best, an actor. He played Roscoe P. Coltrane. 1943, Mick Jagger was born. 1949, Roger Taylor. He was the drummer for Queen. In 1964, Sandra Bullock was born. Some of the events on this day include the 1775 U.S. Continental Congress creates the United States Post Office. They've been going up on stamps ever since. 1926, National Bar Association formed. 1947, President Truman signed the National Security Act, establishing Department of Defense, the Department of Defense, CIA, National Security Council, and Joint Chiefs of Staff. 1948, Babe Ruth makes the last public appearance. National All or Nothing Day, National Aunts and Uncles Day, National Coffee Milkshake Day, and National Disability Independence Day. All that's important. Now you're up to date with this day in history here at WCAB in Rutherford. Keys to Confident Living coming up next, and then the top of the hour, Andrew Tisdale. Christian Montgomery Christian Montgomery also having a birthday today. What? Who's that now? Milo and Ann Cersei also is having an anniversary, is it? Okay, we got those in. Just squeeze those in at the last minute. Deborah, we're happy to celebrate with you. Keys to Confident Living up next.
The first time I heard the following prayer, I not only laughed, but was also impressed with how true it is. The anonymous author obviously understood that we do need a lot of help. Too often, we are not the people we want to be. We don't practice self-control as we ought. The prayer goes as follows. Dear Lord, so far today I've done all right. I haven't gossiped, haven't lost my temper, haven't been greedy, grumpy, nasty, selfish, or overindulgent. But in a few minutes, God, I'm going to get out of bed. And from then on, I'm probably going to need a lot more help. To keep from doing the things described in the prayer takes work for most people. We are by nature selfish individuals. We look out for number one. We can fall into patterns of behavior that are unbecoming to the person we want to be. Good behavior, however, can be cultivated by a few simple patterns of living. 1. Envision what kind of a person you want to be. Don't leave it to chance. If necessary, write down exactly what you want to become. 2. Daily renew your commitment to be that kind of person. 3. Nightly review your behavior to see if you are accomplishing what you want to be. 4. Periodically ask a friend to realistically review your actions and visible attitudes. And 5. Seek God's help and forgiveness on a daily basis. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living.
Good morning. Good morning.
from ABC News. I'm Sherry Preston. Top members of the Trump administration giving detailed testimony to a federal grand jury looking into the January 6th insurrection. Among those talking, former Vice President Mike Pence's top aide.
Sources say Pence's former chief of staff Mark Short and counsel Greg Jacob are cooperating with the Justice Department. Short not mincing words about the dangers that day.
If the mob had gotten closer to the vice president, I do think there would have been a massacre in the Capitol that day.
Both have also spoken to the January 6th committee.
ABC's Rachel Scott on Capitol Hill. President Biden still recovering from COVID, addressing a group of black law enforcement officials virtually, saying of the rioting and of former President Trump.
For 3 hours, the defeated former president of the United States watched it all happen as he sat in the comfort of the private dining room next to the Oval Office. While he was doing that, brave law enforcement officer subject to the medieval hell.
Former President Trump and former Vice President Pence will both be in Washington today, delivering speeches to two different conservative groups. The Federal Reserve Board begins its two-day meeting today. At its conclusion, members are expected to okay raising interest rates another 0.75%, the hope calming inflation. ABC News Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis with more on Walmart's earnings report.
American consumers are being forced to cut back because of soaring food and fuel prices. That is the most important takeaway from Walmart's earnings overnight. Walmart, which is one of the largest employers in the country with about 1.6 million workers, is also the biggest grocer in the U.S. and considered a bellwether for our economy. And the company's CEO specifically cited double-digit food inflation as affecting how customers spend.
The Uvalde, Texas School Board voting unanimously to suspend the principal who allegedly knew about security problems at Robb Elementary and didn't fix them, allowing the gunman, they say, to enter the school. You're listening to ABC News.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
Opening statements today in a lawsuit brought by families of victims of the Sandy Hook massacre against InfoWars founder Alex Jones. They are suing him after he repeatedly claimed the attack was a hoax. 20 children and 6 school staffers were killed that day. Wildfires raging in several parts of the country. In Northern California, the Oak Fire in Mariposa County, California, now up to over 17,000 acres, the biggest so far this year in California, but firefighters do have it 16% contained. And in Texas,
it took a single spark from a lawnmower to set a dry, grassy field in southeast Dallas County on fire. Strong winds blew the flames into a residential neighborhood. 13-year-old Alan Medrano grabbed a garden hose.
I didn't want any of our houses to burn down because I didn't want to be homeless, basically.
His efforts did save his home and his neighbors, but 9 others in Balch Springs were destroyed, 17 damaged. No one was hurt. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
New green will be growing soon in some of the areas devastated by fire. The Biden administration is now committing to planting more than 1 billion trees over millions of burned acres. And a melting glacier is playing havoc with maps. The retreat of a glacier in the Alps is changing its drainage divide, which marks the border between Switzerland and Italy. And since that divide is gradually sweeping underneath a mountain lodge built in 1984, the lodge is now technically slowly moving from Italy to Switzerland. This is ABC News.
It's been a while since I gave myself a real chance to meet someone new.
Susan and John are 2 kindred spirits who rediscovered the romance they deserve on Silver Singles, the secure dating site for singles over 50.
John is a massive foodie like me. It's been amazing to experience some of my favorite things again with someone who makes my heart beat faster. I'm so glad I got back out there.
Sign up today at silversingles.com/love. That's silversingles.com/love.
We're heading into the mid-80s and the lower 90s for this afternoon. You factor in the humidity. We're talking about feels like temperatures in the triple digits. A few scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible for today as well. Some could be strong to severe, bringing damaging wind speeds and the potential for flooding across the region. We'll see drier conditions in the overnight hours. Tomorrow, we're likely to see another round of strong to severe thunderstorms move in. Highs the low to mid-90s. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And right now we have 72 degrees, according to Peter the meter reader, and it's hot and humid. Going to get worse than that throughout the day today. So we hope you'll understand that and stay hydrated throughout today. It's 8:05, and Andrew Tisdale is back in the Blue Room, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk to him in just a moment.
At Carolina West Wireless, we believe in giving great deals to everyone. New customers and current customers already using our fast, reliable nationwide network. Right now, get unlimited data and 5G speeds on 4 lines for just $35 per month per line. With a deal like that, everyone in your household can go stay connected for less. Great deals for everyone. Get yours from Carolina West Wireless today. Certain restrictions apply. See stores for details or visit carolinawest.com/terms and conditions.
Right. Excuse me, he's been out of the office for a couple of weeks. He had good substitutes in here in the Blue Room, though, for him, and now he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Tisdale, financial advisor with Edward Jones, is here in the Blue Room, and welcome back.
I missed you, Jim.
I missed you, too.
I'm glad I got to come back.
But you had a great substitute.
Did I?
Yes.
Probably looks a lot better.
Yes.
Yeah, they got more hair.
Yes. She does a great job for you.
Good. I think she can talk when she needs to talk, don't she?
She was good at it. Of course, you got a lot of information for us as well. One of these times we'll talk about your trip, how you found it to be, and
I'd be more than happy to talk about it.
Good.
If you ever get a chance to go to Scotland, you'll see some very good handiwork by God Himself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Beautiful
Absolutely.
country. Huh?
Beautiful country. Beautiful country. Great people. And glad I got to go.
Yeah, good.
Glad I got to go. It was a 20th anniversary celebration.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you going to do to top that in 21st? Fly me to the moon?
That's not our 20th yet, Jim.
I was wondering. I'll be married 20 years?
No, it's 20th and 21st. Wow, that's I haven't thought about that far yet. I need to start. We had been planning this one for a while, and it was worth it. Took a long time to get there, and a lot of patience for her, not me.
Yeah.
And we made it.
Good.
We made it and enjoyed it. And 21st, it might be a pizza dinner or something. I don't know.
There you go. What you got on your mind today?
When many people hear these words, estate planning. Now, guess what? Here's how I come up with this idea. Everything over there that you would see is an estate. Now, we could go in a big thing on that, but this is why we're talking about it, because I kept thinking about estates. Everybody wants an estate. Well, guess what? Everybody does. And when you hear the word estate planning, it's just for the wealthy. But that's not the case, because everyone can benefit from an estate plan. And when you're creating one, here are some things to really keep in mind so that you don't make it in a situation where that estate that you've built can just crumble. For example, a lot of the estates that you would see over in England and Scotland and Ireland is basically generational, but it's up to that family to keep it going. It's on their shoulders, whether they're farming, whatever they invest in is what keeps that estate rolling. So here are some how do you make that estate plan work? Well, number one, communicate it. Inform your family. Talk to them. Choose someone to help you act out that will. Choose someone to help act out what you want your investments to do for you if you're not able to make it work. Or it's also called delegating. It's amazing how some of these estates had gatekeepers and estates that had overseers. Well, really, you don't have to be wealthy to do that. You have someone you trust over here, and you have someone you trust over here, and it works for you. Review it periodically, just like these estate owners would do over there. They would call them in and say, okay, how's it going? How's my crops doing? How's my sheep doing? That's a good thing to do. If you got a financial planner or advisor with you, you come over there and say, how's everything going? How's it working? Especially in today's time. Don't be afraid to just say, don't just let it go. Are you looking for income? Are you looking for growth over here? What about all of the things that need to be step in place? Because if this doesn't work out well, what's the next plan? And update your beneficiaries and keep that in mind, because what if one of your beneficiaries is no longer here with us? How are you going to replace that, and do you replace that? And also think about how you can do that to protect it, so if something were to happen to you, it doesn't just go away. There are ways to do that. And that's why if you ever get to go over there, if you look online or you go on TV and you look, you can see that generational way works. And the good news about it is here in America, and I'm going to kind of go off topic here, because over there it was generational and a lot of people made it work, and some people are now are not able to do that over there anymore. But in America, we all have a choice, and we have that opportunity, and you don't have to be granted from the Duke of Edinburgh to be able to have an estate. Everybody in America has the opportunity to have an estate, and that includes land, houses, investments. What is the definition of an estate? It's just your property. It's yours.
And that was Scotland you went to?
That was Scotland. We actually did spend some time in England. London, England, and we went up to Scotland to a place called Aberdeen, and then down to Edinburgh and up to Inverness to see the Highlands. I caught a really beautiful brown trout on River Ness, which actually feeds Loch Ness. We think we saw the Loch Ness Monster, but nobody believed us. And the River Spey, we got to go and spend some time on the River Spey, got to hike some mountains there, and see some beautiful sights.
Worth doing then.
It is worth doing. It took us 20 years to plan and save and all of that, which is very well worth it to celebrate 20 years.
That's great.
And we're trying to decide what we're going to do 20 years from now. Next year will be, just pizza or something. I don't know.
I suspect she'll want more than that.
Well, she probably get it.
Yeah, she probably will.
She'll probably get it.
Andrew Tisdale, you'll find him at Edward Jones on 233 Charlotte Road, Rutherfordton. That phone number is 287-9197. And above all, this is the time right now to talk about your finances, as they seem a little wobbly out there with things going on, but have some good advice from someone who knows what he's talking about. That would be Andrew Tisdale with Edward Jones.
Thank you, sir.
I look forward to seeing you again next week.
I'll be here.
All right. I'll be back in just a moment. Are you tired of waiting for weeks and months to get an appointment with your primary care provider? Or looking for a primary care provider that spends 30 minutes with you instead of just 10? There's one right here in our area. Brock Family Care, located at 289 Shallow Road in Forest City. Brock Family Care provides primary health care and urgent care services for you and your family, as well as coordinate care between hospitals and specialty care. They don't accept insurance, but they have a unique pricing model that should be pleasing to everyone. Check them out at www.brockfamilycare.com or simply call 828-382-7282. 13 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this terrific Tuesday morning. Let me remind you again, I want to keep doing this week because I want you to edge us in your brain, because we want you to be there, because it's such an exciting place, exciting store, and we're so proud to have them in Rutherford County. That is Foothills Family Hardware. Stop by there on Saturday. They're having their first year celebration, and we'll be there broadcasting from 1 to 4. A lot of great things to give away. Free pizza, cold drinks, all-day giveaways from Foothills Family Hardware. Prize wheel, super savings all day long. You don't want to miss any of this. Something for everyone. That's Saturday, July 30th, 1 until 4. We'll see you there at Foothills Family Hardware Store as we broadcast live here on WCAB. Some items from here and there this morning. Forest City Police are asking for the community's assistance in identifying a suspect who made fraudulent purchases at Walmart on July 18th. The suspect is between 5 feet 9 inches to 6 feet 1 inch tall, white male with a beard, a navy blue hat with Pikachu and Pokeball on it, a dark navy shirt, black athletic shorts, and black-gray tennis shoes. Suspect has tattoos on both arms and legs with a distinguishable star on his left and right hand. If you recognize someone who fits that description, please contact Officer Norris at the Forest City Police Department at 245-50 5555. 245-5555. We need to help get these folks off the street. Here's another community interest that you might be able to help from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office. Detectives are requesting the public's help in locating a stolen motorcycle. The Criminal Division of the Sheriff's Department Division is asking for the public's assistance in locating a 2019 Kawasaki KX 250F motorcycle that was stolen from Cathy's Creek MX Park, located on Whiteside Road, Forest City. If you have any information, please contact the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office at 828-286-2911, or you can submit a tip to RCSO ALP and help get this person arrested. Well, some of the other stories from here and there, the Daily Courier is reporting about artist Pat Hitchcock has been named the Artist of the Month at the Rutherford County Visual Arts Center. Pat has been a member of the Visual Arts Center since 2019. This year she serves as director of the center and the 2D chairman. Pat is a multimedia artist and works mainly in oil and acrylic. She also makes jewelry and soap. Pat has taught art for 35 years and has been a certified Bob Ross instructor since 1999. She has taught internationally and trained other Bob Ross instructors. She teaches the Bob Ross oil techniques plus acrylic painting at the Visual Arts Center. She also teaches the paint and sip class the last Friday of every month from 6 until 9 p.m. Beginners are welcome. Once Pat sees the work of other artists such as Claude Monet, she is inspired to try her hand at creating. Her work is currently on display at the Visual Arts Center, North Main Street in Rutherford. And congratulations to Pat Hitchcock for being chosen Artist of the Month. Well, the Daily Courier is also reporting that there's a new suicide hotline number that goes live. Just over a week ago, the new 988 National Mental Health Crisis Hotline went live. State and local leaders say this is good because they expect it make it easier for people to access the help they need and will lead to lives being saved. Previously, help was available through the hotline number. Help is available to those experiencing a mental health crisis, said NC Department of Health and Human Services Secretary Cody Kinsley. Our goal is to make 988 a household word that North Carolinians now can access from wherever they are to get the help they need. This resource will literally save lives. Since 2012, the North Carolina Department of Human Services has partnered with Real Crisis Intervention in Greenville to operate the NC Suicide Prevention Lifeline call center. In addition to providing trained crisis counseling, the call center connects all callers to help in the local community based on each other's specific needs. As the number changes to 988, the call center is also adding 24/7 chat and text response. Travis Smith, Executive Director of Blue Ridge Hope, the nonprofit counseling center based in Rutherford, says the new crisis number will be easier to remember. Mental health problems have grown over the past several years, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic. Isolation, loneliness, fear, anxiety, or officials say are harmless to mental health in general, and especially for those who may have already been struggling with their mental health. Suicide is also a growing problem, according to Smith. Smith said suicide has become a bigger problem over the years. It's a multifaceted problem. Lots of factors can contribute to a person contemplating suicide, including economic factors, drug abuse, and a variety of family stressors. Pinpointing one reason or cause of suicide can be like nailing Jell-O to the wall. Smith says engaging with a counselor can be critical. Remember that number, 988. Officials hope that the public will learn quickly to call 988 for an urgent mental health need, much as they call 911 for police and fire and rescue emergency. More to come on news from here and there. Right now, though, we'll have the Sheriff's Report with Sergeant Brandel reporting. We recorded earlier for broadcast at this time.
There are plenty of drugstores in Rutherford County, but not all of them offer the same personal customer service that is offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Laura Hodge and her team have trusted experience and professional service. You're not just a number to them, you're a friend. Make the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton your hometown drugstore at 200 Charlotte Road in Rutherfordton. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 1, 287-7117.
Now here is Sergeant Brandel.
past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has answered 152 calls, processed 10 arrests, and currently have 190 incarcerated. Under our arrest reports, we have a Justin Dale Jackson, 30-year-old white male of Cherokee, North Carolina, was charged with damaged property, was given a $1,000 secure bond. We have a Amber Self, 33-year-old white female in Boston, charged with failure to appear, given a $500 unsecured bond. We have a Sherry Lynn Allen, 53-year-old white female in Morrisboro, charged with one count of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $1,000 secure bond. A Michael Herring, 44-year-old white male in Boston, charged with 3 counts of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $500 secure bond. Justin Garrett, 25-year-old white male, Far City, charged with 1 count of assault with a deadly weapon, given a written promise to appear. And we have a Philip Bowling, 35-year-old white male, Morrisboro, charged with 6 counts of failure to appear, given a $27,000 secured bond. Under our incidents, we have a damaged property reported from Calton Road in Boston. That's going to be where Mr. Justin Jackson was arrested in that incident. And we have a identity theft reported from McDade Road in Far City. It looks like someone's attempted to open up some credit card and the victim's name in that incident, and that's all we have.
The Braves are rolling through the summer with some huge matchups and must-win battles, and we'll bring you every pitch.
High fly ball. Forget about it. It's another home run for Acuna.
Tonight, don't miss a minute of Atlanta Braves baseball live from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia as the Braves take on Bryce Harper and the Phillies. Braves Radio's on the air at 5:50 Eastern, 4:50 Central on the Braves Radio Network.
And we still have a few of those Braves pocket schedules. If you haven't gotten yours yet and want one before the season ends, be sure to stop by here. We have plenty of those left for the season, so we'll be glad to give those to you at no charge whatsoever. 22 past 8 o'clock, another item from the local newspaper. On July 14th, Foothills Conservancy of North Carolina helped the Calton family permanently protect 385 acres of their family farm under an agricultural conservation easement, providing significant farmland preservation benefits in the Sunshine community. With the completion of this project, the NC Agricultural Development and Farmland Preservation Trust Fund reached a milestone of more than 30,000 acres of preserved farmland across the state of North Carolina. Foothills Conservancy is very grateful to Ann and Javon Calton and their entire family for caring about their family farm and its legacy so much and desiring to place 385 acres under permanent agricultural conservation easement, according to Tom Kennedy, Land Protection Director at Foothills Conservancy. It's been a great pleasure for me to work with them and get to know them over the past few years since Javon first contacted me about farmland preservation. This project was completed in partnership with the Farmland Preservation Division of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, which administers the Agricultural Development and Farmland Preservation Trust Fund and has a goal of helping farms to remain as farms. Thanks to the Calton family's conservation efforts and with the completion of this specific project, the division has protected over 30,000 acres of farmland across North Carolina. The work of farmland preservation goes beyond just the interest of those personally working the land. However, the benefits of keeping open land open can extend to everyone. Everybody benefits from that. Foothills Conservancy of North Carolina is a nationally accredited regional land trust that inspires conservation in western North Carolina. So we're happy that Foothills Conservancy is protecting those 385 acres of farmland in Sunshine. Take a little pause now for the cause, update you on some sports news, and we'll be back with more on this side of the microphone in the Blue Room at WCAB Rutherfordton. My name's Bishop. Jim Bishop.
NCN Sports. Good morning. I'm Tony Rixby. The Philadelphia Phillies coming from behind last night to post a victory in the first game of their much-anticipated series with the Atlanta Braves. Here's Michael Luongo.
Bryson Stott drove in 5 runs, including a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning to help the Phillies rally for a 6-4 win over the Braves. Down 3-0, Stott had a 2-run double in the bottom of the 2nd inning to put Philadelphia within a run. His game-winning home run was his 7th of the year and enabled the Phils to move to within a half game of the idle Cardinals for the 3rd wild card spot in the National League.
Anytime you can win a baseball game is awesome, and I mean, not just because it was me, but anytime we could get a win and keep chipping away is awesome.
Andrew Bellotti picked up the win. A.J. Minter took the loss for Atlanta. Michael Luongo, Philadelphia.
Ryan Mountcastle hit a tie-breaking 2-run single in a 4-run 5th inning, sending the Orioles to a 5-1 win over the Rays. Orioles manager Brandon Hyde very happy with his bullpen.
Once again, they put 6 zeros up. That's absolutely outstanding.
The Major League Baseball Players Association rejecting what Major League Baseball has called its final offer for an international draft, a move that will keep direct draft compensation in place of free agents, likely to limit the market for some older players. The NFL now entering the media streaming marketplace with NFL Plus service. We get that story now from Tom Merriam.
As NFL training camps kick off, the NFL has added NFL Plus. The new streaming service launched on Monday will offer access to live local and primetime regular season and postseason games on mobile devices, as well as live local and national audio for every game. Tom Merriam, AP Sports.
Back to baseball and other action last night in the National League. The Rockies over the Brewers 2-0. Giants fell to the Arizona Diamondbacks 7-0. You're listening to NCN Sports.
If you or someone you know has been the victim of a crime, the North Carolina Department of Public Safety Office of Victim Services is here to provide support. The office provides a range of free, confidential services to help you regain yourself, receive compensation for damages incurred, protect yourself and your family, and move beyond the stigma of being victimized. Visit ncdps.gov/4victims. That's ncdps.gov/4victims.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance was just named one of America's best insurance companies by Forbes and the nation's best auto insurer in Crash Network's Insurer Report Card for the 3rd year in a row. Sometimes being the best means being a little different. Our difference is our people. And with agents in every county, you've got local, award-winning service right in your backyard. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
A rare baseball card could make history at auction. Here's Monica Ricks.
A 1952 Mickey Mantle baseball card could break records when it goes up for auction next month. The rare card is basically in mint condition. Heritage auction organizers say it has a few tiny flaws, but it's still expected to fetch more than $10 million, making it the most expensive piece of sports memorabilia ever sold at auction. Not a bad chunk of change either, considering the card's current owner bought it for just $50,000 back in 1991.
Kevin Durant could be Boston-bound. CBS Sports' Jeremy St. Louis.
The Athletic says Boston offered a package including Jaylen Brown, which Brooklyn rejected and countered. ESPN adds a deal is not close with Boston or any other of Durant's suitors.
Tony Rixby, NCN Sports.
We're heading into the mid-80s and the lower 90s for this afternoon. You factor in the humidity. We're talking about feels like temperatures in the triple digits. A few scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible for today as well. Some could be strong to severe, bringing damaging wind speeds and the potential for flooding across the region. We'll see drier conditions in the overnight hours. Tomorrow, we're likely to see another round of strong to severe thunderstorms move in. Highs will be low to mid-90s. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Well, everybody that enjoys hot, humid weather, you should be happy this morning and this weekend because we've got it and we've had it, and you should be really happy. 73 right now, bumping up until about 91 with the heat index around 96 and wind gusting to about 13 miles per hour today. There is a 60% chance of some precip later today, maybe this afternoon with some of those thunder bumpers, and again tonight. This sort of pops up in the afternoon, lasts a few minutes. Dumps a little rain in some sections of the county, not county-wide, but everybody probably could get a little bit, about a 45-minute good drizzle, good soaking rain. Probably make everybody feel good. make the plants and the flowers and the tomatoes and the okra and all those things grow really, really well. So let's see what's going to happen with that rain forecast for today. We got My Great America with Jim and Butch, 9:05 this morning, a very popular program that we hope you'll hang around for and tune in. Some positive things about this great country. We'll talk about some of those things when we get to the Blue Room in a little bit later on. Right now, though, we've got some stories from here and there. Get you updated on some things. An official has estimated 900,000 people evaded the Border Patrol in the past 2 years because our president, his name is Joe Biden, by the way, our president plans to give ID cards to illegal aliens. Joe Biden met with senior advisors for a press briefing Thursday in the Oval Office, and one of the things he plans on doing is giving illegal aliens ID cards. President Biden's plan to provide ID cards to illegal aliens is the exact opposite of what he should be doing, said Republican House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. McCarthy told DailyMail.com, during the worst border crisis in history, the Biden administration is now handing out ID cards to illegal migrants to make it easier to travel throughout the United States. Easier for them to travel across the United States sometimes than it is us. The administration's plan is to give temporary photo ID cards to illegal border crossers who are waiting decisions on their immigration proceedings, granting them easier access to government services and benefits. Axios, citing two sources familiar with the planning, said the pilot ID card program would help check-ins and more frequent communications with law enforcement during immigration proceedings. An ICE spokesman said that along with a photo, the cards would have cutting-edge security features. But they don't want us to have voter ID cards. They don't think that's right. That's discriminatory. Since the beginning of the 2021 fiscal year in October, an estimated 900,000 illegal aliens have evaded border security and crossed illegally into the U.S., according to sources at the Department of Homeland Security. Nearly 1.75 million illegal aliens have been encountered by Customs and Border Protection in fiscal 2022 alone. That's the most of any previous year. Did you hear that number I just gave you? 1.75 million illegal aliens have been encountered by Customs and Border Protection. That doesn't include those who have not been encountered by them. So there you go. That's an update on what our president's doing to help our country. Yeah, right. And speaking of our president and the party he represents and the left-leaning ideas that they are presenting, there is a pro-abortion governor that wants to kill funding for maternity homes, adoption tax credits. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, you remember her? Far-left activist who supports an abortion for all agenda. She now has taken the stunning steps of removing from her state's budget most help programs for mothers, such as funding for maternity homes, tax credits for adoptions, and so much more. She wants to kill all of that to help mothers who want to have babies and kill all that. According to a report in The Federalist, her actions reveal that she and her fellow Democrats don't value women, they only value abortion. The report explains how Whitmer vetoed a list of budget items that assist pregnant women. She vetoed them. Get out here. We don't want them. While post-Dobbs, Whitmer and her fellow Democrats seek to conceal the party's pro-abortion agenda by pushing state courts to institute the extreme abortion regime they demand and striking from the budget any spending that would have a semblance of supporting the choice of life. Whitmer exposes her party's abortion first position. Is not ashamed to be pro-abortion. The The report continued. Whitmer's line item vetoes exposed the revolting truth that Democrats prefer abortion to adoption. Here, the Democrat governor struck $2 million in tax credits to adoptive parents and $10 million designed to provide factual information to pregnant women about adoption as an alternative to abortion, including the birth's mother's ability to establish a pre-birth plan. Struck it out. No amount of political posturing could overcome the reality seen in the black lines Whitmer used to cross out care for women and their children. And hide as they might behind activist judges, that budget tells the world Whitmer and her fellow Democrats don't value women or choice or health care. They value abortion. A woman like her who is governor, very liberal on the left, I wonder if she ever thinks, boy, I'm glad my mother didn't abort me. I wouldn't be governor today if my mother had aborted me. Wonder how they can think that they're living today in the position they're in, many of them in very important positions. Had their mother aborted them, they would not even be here to exist. But yet they want other babies aborted that might also come into the world and be great people, contribute great services. Maybe the Winston Churchills or the Helen Kellers or the Billy Grahams or whoever, if their mothers had aborted them. The report noted that Dobbs' decision from the Supreme Court that returned regulation of abortion to the states. Democrats in power in various states have been flocking to state courts with the hope that activist judges would supplant the will of the people by using their raw judicial power to find a right to abortion in the state constitution. They don't want to live by the courts, by what the Supreme Court has said. They want to just find some way of changing that. I don't know how they can sleep at night, knowing that they're paying for and encouraging and hoping that more babies will be killed in the mother's womb. How they can sleep at night, I don't understand that. My mind, my heart just won't let me go there. But then they come from a different walk of life, I guess. Meanwhile, back home, we know, maybe some of you know, that the Forest City Dunbar Elementary School has already started. The academic year for RCS started on Monday at Forest City Dunbar Elementary School. This is the only Rutherford County school that operates on a more balanced year-round schedule. Superintendent David Sutton said things are great at Forest City Dunbar Elementary School. Things started without a hitch. I was able to spend quite a bit of time at the school earlier in the week, and I was delighted by the excellent start and fantastic atmosphere he observed while he was there. It was terrific to see students full of energy, smiling, engaged, and ready for a great school year. Preparing for a new school year takes incredible care, planning, and hard work, and it's obvious to me, David said, that the faculty, staff, and leaders at Forest City Dunbar took all the right steps to ensure a great start and exciting, rewarding school year for the students and families. It's called a year-round school, although they start early, have a longer break at Christmas, get out. It's a different setup than the regular public schools in the county. I don't know why the others have not decided to go there, but perhaps they will at some point. As COVID-19 has diminished across the U.S., this will be the first year since the pandemic without COVID-related restrictions in the schools. And I know the teachers and parents are glad about that. Sutton is pleased that COVID is no longer the factor it once was. Teachers and staff were also pleased that the landscape has changed, and students at Forest City Dunbar were excited. No masks, no separation. Everybody's working together. A lot of churches are still hoping that we don't have to go back to the canceling services and wearing the mask. Though COVID is mostly in the past, school leaders say academic recovery remains a priority. The Rutherford Early College School, or REACH, will begin the school year August 8th. That'll be the second week in August. First Monday in second week on a Monday they'll start, while the majority of schools in our system will begin August 15th. So a little schedule there in the the way the schools will be starting. You'll be able to get all this information, the schedule, the calendar schedule, the football schedules, and the word from the superintendent of schools, both the public schools and Thomas Jefferson, from our Foothills Journal, WCAB Foothills Journal, that's getting in the final stages of getting prepared to go out. You'll be getting those out, about 20,000 of those, and we hope you'll look forward to getting those. It's going to be another interesting one to read and enjoy the comments and the pictures, nostalgia stories, and things of that nature, plus up-to-date currents of school calendars and schedules and things of that nature that you'll enjoy reading. We found that the Foothills Journal has a long shelf life. People don't like to destroy it because it has pictures of their children, grandchildren that were in class of that particular year that we're spotlighting, and football players and king and queen of the proms and the carousel queens and those kind of things. So it works out to be a fun thing to keep. All right, it's 18 minutes before 9 o'clock. My Great America with Jim and Butch coming up a little after 9 this morning. Another quick story. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, citizens fled the cities and urban areas when they could, seeking what they perceived to be a safer environment in more rural, less populated areas, according to a story by Scott Carpenter in the Daily Courier. As a result, especially in North Carolina, tourism numbers skyrocketed in the mountains, foothills, and the beach areas. Rutherford County is among the areas that saw a spike in visitors. The increases in visitors to Rutherford County has not yet let up, according to the TDA. The local TDA, like others across North Carolina, collect a special occupancy tax on visitors to the area who stay overnight. It's like beds and heads. Heads and beds, rather. Beds and heads, and they pay taxes when they sleep in our hotels. Before COVID, we collected about $1.4 million per year, said Don Kaysen, TDA Executive Director. In the fiscal year that just ended, June 30th, we collected approximately $2.8 million. A big jump there from 1.4 to 2.8 million. A lot of people coming into Rutherford County and spending the night or nights and enjoying rail trails and enjoying a lot of things that we have to offer, and we're glad they're coming. The TDA operation is funded entirely by occupancy tax. TDA is tasked with promoting and marketing Rutherford County as a tourist destination. The organization also has some flexibility on how to spend these dollars, though according to state law there is a specific formula as to how much money or how much we spend directly on marketing, advertising, and how much may be spent on asset development, that is, supporting local capital projects that will help attract visitors. Recently, Kaysen said the TDA board approved a plan that beginning this fiscal year will inject $100,000 in TDA funds into each of the 10 different project groups that will impact virtually all parts of Rutherford County. And they're hoping indeed that that's going to have a more positive effect on folks that are coming and deciding maybe to live here. Won't that be great? We welcome them all. We just ask those of you who are coming from other states, maybe more liberal states, just come and adapt yourself to our philosophy here in this area. Yep, we like what we're doing here. No need to change it. I'll have these words and I'll be right back.
Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continuing to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
Smith's Drugs of Forest City is offering the flu vaccines. You can walk in Monday through Friday or by appointment only on Saturdays. The Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers, if you need assistance registering your recall devices, you can call the Home Medical Department at 245-4591. And Smith's Drugs has a large selection of in-stock mastectomy bras, now half price. So come by our Home Equipment Department on West Main Street in Forest City. Smith's Drugs, 245-4591. Sign-up forms are now available for the Meet Me at the Fountain 5K race to be held on Saturday, July the 23rd. Go to smithsdrugsfc.com.
For a delicious meal every day, call on Gregory's Original. Choose from their top menu of burgers, subs, grinders, pasta dishes, fresh salads, and so much more. All dishes are prepared fresh daily. Hours are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. until 9 p.m., Saturday, noon until 9 p.m. Now at Gregory's, try the family-style meals. The dining room is now open, but curbside and takeout is still available. Enjoy lunch or dinner today with your favorite meal from Gregory's. Call 287-2171, located in the Park Lane Plaza in Rutherford's Gregory's Original.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush. Brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
One final story here, and then we're going to move out of here and make room for My Great America with Jimmy DeButch, which is coming at the top of the hour. Those of you who love Disney, and I've always loved Disney, grew up watching The Wonderful World of Disney on television. Been to Disney World one time back when our kids were much, much younger. At one time, down in Florida. But Disney owned Marvel. Has unveiled a gay version of the popular superhero, Spider-Man. The latest comic book version of the popular Marvel superhero Spider-Man will be homosexual. I kid you not, folks. They just won't let well enough alone. And they do this because they know they can. They do this because they know that the American people are going to come to Disney World and spend all gobs of money anyway. So they're going to ram it down our throats as long as they can. Marvel Entertainment, which was purchased by Walt Disney for $4 billion in 2009, is slated to soon introduce Web Weaver, an alternate universe version of Spider-Man, in the upcoming issue of Edge of Spider-Verse number 5, slated for release in September. News of the version of the superheroes first shared on Twitter by Marvel writer Steve Fox, who has since made his account private. And a lot of folks are upset over that new Spider-Man's going to be homosexual. But they're not going to stop going. They're not going to stop buying Walt Disney products. They're not going to protest in any matter. Well, that's okay. They'll just go ahead and do it. Well, if we don't stop doing our little bit, they're just going to keep ramming it down our throats, and our kids are going to grow up thinking, well, Spider-Man's homosexual, must be okay. Somebody's got to make a stand somewhere. It may be just a little, I'm not going to buy any more Disney products. It may be, I'm not going to that Disney store anymore. Maybe I'm not going to go to Disney World anymore. It may be I'm not going to have my kids watch the Disney Channel anymore. I don't know what to do, but there is a way that we can just, our own little world, protest what they're trying to do to us and cram that stuff down our throats. But so many won't do that, and so many will not even know that it's taking place. Well, one other thing right quick, and I'm going to get out of here for a few minutes. I want to remind you to stop by the Foothills Family Hardware Store on Saturday, July 30th at 1 to 4. It's their first year out of celebration. They've invited us to come be a part of that.